Death Troopers were black armored soldiers who served as elite bodyguards and enforcers for high-ranking Imperial officers, including Grand Admiral Thrawn and Director Krennic. Their armor was packed with advanced technology, featuring encrypted communications, enhanced targeting sensors, and voice scramblers designed to intimidate enemies while keeping their conversations hidden. This distorted electronic chatter is especially noticeable in Battlefront, where they shout unintelligible phrases that sound like static-filled murmurs. Their recruitment standards were incredibly strict, with only the absolute best candidates even considered. Applicants were required to stand at least 1.95 meters tall, and those selected underwent extensive surgical enhancements meant to boost speed, strength, agility, and stamina. The result was a trooper bordering on superhuman. Their training covered nearly every conceivable battlefield condition. Death Troopers were expected to fight effectively in close-quarters combat and adapt to environments ranging from oceans and beaches to deserts and mountain ranges. Excellence across all terrains was not optional. They were also trained to operate every major weapon type, as they typically deployed in small, specialized squads. Each member focused on a specific role such as heavy weapons, demolitions, guerrilla warfare, or sniping. To support these roles, Death Troopers carried a diverse arsenal, usually including SE-14R blaster pistols, E-11D blaster carbines, and DLT-19 heavy blasters, along with sonic imploders mounted on their backs. With all these capabilities, they were undeniably among the Empire's most formidable soldiers. It's almost shocking they were primarily used as bodyguards rather than frontline shock troops. An entire army of Death Troopers would have been terrifying to face. Though without cloning, the Empire may have eventually run out of candidates tall enough to fill the ranks. Despite their strengths, there are still troopers on this list capable of outperforming them in a direct confrontation. Shadow Troopers were a specialized Stormtrooper variant equipped with some of the most advanced stealth technology ever fielded by the Empire. Their black Stormtrooper armor featured integrated cloaking devices that rendered them nearly invisible, allowing them to appear seemingly out of nowhere before opening fire on unsuspecting enemies. You won't believe how quickly a battlefield could collapse once these troopers revealed themselves, often before opponents even realized they were under attack. Beyond visual cloaking, their armor incorporated advanced sound dampening systems and specialized helmet technology that allowed them to move in near total silence. Footsteps, armor movement, and even weapon handling were suppressed, making detection extremely difficult. This made Shadow Troopers perfectly suited for infiltration missions where a single mistake could compromise the entire operation. As a result, they were frequently deployed to sabotage rebel bases, eliminate security teams, or extract highly sensitive intelligence from fortified locations. Shadow Troopers operated almost exclusively in small, tightly coordinated squads that relied on timing and surprise rather than brute force. Enemies were often overwhelmed within seconds, taken down before alarms could be triggered or reinforcements called. Their training covered a wide range of weaponry, including standard E-11 blasters, DLT-19 heavy blasters, and specialized grenades such as flash grenades designed to disorient targets during sudden assaults. When missions demanded rapid repositioning or vertical entry points, Shadow Troopers were also trained extensively in jetpack use. Due to their covert role and unforgiving mission profile, Shadow Troopers were among the most highly trained units in the Empire. Shortly after the Battle of Yavin, a squad of Shadow Troopers even managed to kidnap Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa, a feat that stunned both the Rebels and the Imperial command structure. Their cloaking technology alone gave them a massive advantage over most Imperial units, and their armor design only added to their already intimidating presence. Next up are the truly unsettling Terror Troopers. These units were a prototype Stormtrooper class developed through experimental programs run by the Imperial Department of Military Research. They were the result of extreme cyborg experimentation, pushing the limits of what the Empire believed a trooper could become. Their masks were deliberately modeled after General Grievous's iconic design, ensuring their appearance alone inspired fear before combat even began. Each Terror Trooper underwent heavy cybernetic enhancement, granting them incredible speed, agility, and reaction time. These upgrades allowed them to dodge and evade attacks from opponents as dangerous as Jedi, something few non-Force users could ever hope to achieve. Their hands and feet were fitted with sharpened Durasteel talons, giving them built-in melee weapons that made them lethal at close range. Combined with their enhanced strength, they could easily lift, throw, or overpower full-grown beings without hesitation. Their breathing systems were also heavily modified. The Grievous-inspired masks regulated airflow while supporting both organic and cybernetic lungs, allowing Terror Troopers to operate efficiently even under extreme physical stress. To further heighten their effectiveness, they were equipped with cloaking technology similar to that used by Shadow Troopers, rendering them nearly invisible to the naked eye. In most cases, only Force-sensitive individuals could reliably detect their presence before it was too late. Terror Troopers were typically armed with stun weapons, as their primary mission focused on capturing high-value targets alive rather than eliminating them outright. That said, they were almost certainly trained in the use of standard blasters when lethal force became unavoidable. Their exceptional melee combat skills and repeated engagements with force-sensitive opponents set them apart from nearly every other trooper class, making their placement near the top of this list more than justified. Zero-G Assault Stormtroopers, more commonly known as Space Troopers, were another elite subdivision within the Stormtrooper Corps. They were specifically trained to board, seize, and capture enemy starships intact. To accomplish this, they were equipped with massive 2-meter-tall zero-G armored exoskeleton suits that directly interfaced with the standard Stormtrooper armor worn underneath. These suits were designed to withstand the vacuum of space and were fitted with thrusters that allowed space troopers to maneuver and fight outside starships for extended periods. The armor was far more than a simple propulsion system. Each trooper was so heavily armed that he effectively functioned as a one-man light tank. Their loadout included twin shoulder-mounted grenade launchers capable of firing concussion or stun grenades. The right gauntlet housed a blaster cannon, while the left featured a compact proton torpedo launcher. Both gauntlets were also equipped with laser cutters, designed to slice directly through starship hulls and force entry. The armor itself was resistant to light blaster fire, fully justifying the nickname Light Tank. Zero-G Assault Troopers were so powerful that a single unit had the mobility and firepower needed to breach and fully commandeer a rebel blockade runner on its own. The only real limitation they faced was against fast enemy starfighters. Their movement speed simply could not keep up with agile craft like A-Wings or X-Wings, and most of their weapons were not designed to effectively engage fighters. Command ships, however, were an entirely different story and served as prime targets for these troopers. Because of this, they stand out as one of the most formidable units the Empire ever produced. In a one-on-one engagement, it's hard to imagine many other troopers being able to stand their ground against a space trooper. Perhaps the most powerful variant is the Dark Troopers, or more specifically, the Phase 3 Dark Troopers. While every version of the Dark Trooper program likely outperformed most standard Stormtroopers, the final phase stood in a league of its own. Over time, the Empire developed several iterations of Dark Troopers, ranging from droids to exoskeletons worn by enhanced humans who underwent extreme modifications in pursuit of the ultimate super soldier. The Dark Trooper program was divided into 4 phases, each building on the strengths of the last. Phase 0 Dark Troopers were the earliest models and were created using aging clone troopers from the Republic era. Their limbs were replaced with cybernetics, leaving roughly 70% of their bodies augmented. These cyborgs were incredibly powerful and equipped with jetpacks, arc casters, blasters, and a variety of other weapons. Despite their strength, Phase 0 units were eventually discontinued. Phase 1 marked the first official step of the program and removed organic components entirely. These Dark Troopers were skeletal droids constructed from lightsaber-resistant furic. Each unit wielded a vibro sword mounted to one arm, a blast shield on the other, and a small jump pack that allowed short bursts of speed for enhanced melee attacks. However, they were never widely deployed. Phase 2 Dark Troopers represented a massive leap forward. They featured enhanced frick armor plating, jump packs, and an assault cannon capable of firing hundreds of plasma shells along with missile payloads before needing to reload. They were also equipped with the arc caster, a weapon that discharged devastating electrical bolts. Unlike Phase 1, these units were enhanced humans encased in massive exoskeletons, standing nearly 3 meters tall. This version became the most commonly deployed and was already among the strongest ground units the Empire could field, with a single Phase 2 Dark Trooper capable of overwhelming dozens of rebel soldiers. The most powerful iteration was Phase 3. These units were significantly stronger than their predecessors, boasting armor that was nearly impervious to blaster fire. Phase 3 Dark Troopers combined the strategic thinking and adaptability of a human with the raw durability of a fully armored droid encased entirely in frick. This made them resistant not only to blasters, but even to lightsabers to a limited extent. They were armed with concealed shoulder-mounted missile racks and carried a wide array of explosives, ranging from concussion grenades to thermal detonators, effectively turning them into walking tanks. Only 3 Phase 3 prototypes were ever created, and they were never fully deployed before the Empire's collapse. A separate version later appeared that functioned purely as a droid rather than a cyborg, featuring built-in rocket boosters for space maneuvering and armor that appeared equally resistant to blaster fire. Taken as a whole, the Dark Trooper program firmly established these units as the most powerful ground forces the Empire ever designed. Across the Empire, these specialized trooper variants weren't just upgrades to standard Stormtroopers, they were purpose-built weapons designed to dominate very specific forms of warfare. Whether through stealth, overwhelming firepower, cybernetic enhancement, or battlefield adaptability, each of these units represented the Empire pushing its military doctrine to the extreme. Some relied on fear, others on precision, and a few on raw technological superiority, but all of them proved that when the Empire committed resources to to a role, it spared no expense. And when you look at just how far these troopers went beyond the average stormtrooper, it becomes clear why they left such a lasting impression across the galaxy. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out more related content shown on screen.